And we're back with thank you for continuing to be faithful to us. And we wanted to start today, before we get into our story, we wanted to start with, as we always do, where our last report, I did not know how to pronounce the gentleman's name, who is the Texas House rep who was pardoned by President Trump because he was attacked by the Biden administration for complaining about the wall. His district is on the U.S. and Mexico border. And one of you in the comments very kindly told me that his name is pronounced Cuellar. Cuellar.
Right.
So even though I took Spanish in school, I should have known that. The C, I think, sort of threw me off a little bit. So now.
See, this is really how big Beth is.
You don't need to comment every single time. Thank you. So on to the news of the day. Breaking news today, if you haven't heard, is that the FBI has arrested the pipe bomber. And or at least they've arrested the person they're calling the pipe bomber. And one of the discussions that we've been having is the fact that it wasn't so long ago that we were told that the pipe bomber was a woman and that she had worked for the Capitol Police, and later she worked for the CIA as a security detail. Well, this seems to make sense, and we were told this was the person, and we were all waiting for her to be arrested, and she wasn't arrested. And so when she wasn't arrested and they came out and said, oh, the person who did it was a man who lived in Woodbridge, Virginia, we kind of went, what happened to the woman? Where'd that go? We were told it was a woman. And we discovered what happened with that. And I have no fault with any of these people. I understand what happened. The Blaze, which is Glenn Beck's news entity, online news presence, had a investigator who used a product that studied the gait of a person, the gait of their walk, the way that they walked, and studied this and tried to match the gait of this person with the gait of all these videos of people walking, and made a, what did they say, a 94% match with this woman whose name is Shawnee Ray Kirchhoff, sorry. Shawnee Ray Kirchhoff. And this was it. And then we didn't hear any more about it. Well, Glenn, the Blaze did this reporting. Jesse Waters picked up this reporting. Tucker Carlson was reporting it was a woman because they had this person, this investigator, who provided them with this information based on what they had. Now, they didn't have all that the FBI had. The FBI actually had some video that had not been seen yet in doing this investigation for 5 years. And they hadn't turned up anybody. And it made sense to us and to a lot of people that this would have been an inside job.
Yeah, it made no sense to me. I mean, why would a woman do it? The video showing the person walking away, to me, now looking at it, it clearly looks like a guy. It does not look like a woman.
Well, looking at it now, but I think at the time.
I know. I'm not claiming psychicness. I'm just.
No, but
I believe this new thing.
Well,
and he's appearing in court today, his first court day.
Right. He is appearing in court today. However, when the legacy media, when the FBI itself, when all of these entities lie to us about almost everything on a daily basis, it is not hard to make the jump when the Blaze has this person with this equipment to study the gaits of people and try to match them, for us to jump on and say, well, okay, this is the person. It wasn't just us who believed it. Representative Anna Paulina Luna. And Representative Barry Loudermilk and Thomas Massey all came out and said this was a woman, it was a Capitol Police, and it fits the narrative. And in our case, it fits the narrative that the FBI was directly involved with January 6th.
Right.
And it also fits with us not trusting anything the FBI says, because Chris Wray sat there and
Right.
said he could not confirm whether there were any FBI plainclothesmen.
Which was a total lie.
Which was a total lie. There were 275. It wasn't just 2 or 3.
Yeah, and probably half of those were official agent provocateurs, people trained in provoking rioting.
Correct.
Which does exist.
It does exist. We've seen it before. We've seen it many times
I've
before.
been there. I've seen it.
That's right. You saw it firsthand. So all of these factors factor into the fact that we all said, oh, okay, it was Capitol Police. That didn't surprise me at all, that it would have turned out to be an inside job.
Other than the fact that it didn't explode. Why? Well, it's because an amateur guy, and according to the FBI report now, it had all the correct ingredients in the pipe bomb, but the timer wasn't set right.
And so, exactly. So thankfully it didn't go off, and they don't have a motive. But I guarantee you, I'm sure, without even looking, that CNN has already decided that the person was MAGA. And I told Bill, I said, every time
MAGA's mother, even, who knows?
Every time anybody shoots anybody, it's MAGA. And I told Bill, I said, you know what? If a MAGA person gets shot, then it was another MAGA person who was mad with them. I mean, it's never, just like, as we said, it's like Jussie Smollett. They all jumped on the bandwagon of Jussie Smollett. So in any rate, it turns out they have arrested this gentleman. He is from Woodbridge, Virginia. Which, where is Woodbridge? Do you know where
it's down the Beltway.
Okay. So he was not far from there. Again, as I said, we do not have a motive, but what happened is, how did they manage to catch this man after 5 years of not being able to even identify him? This story that the FBI told John Solomon of Just the News is that they removed the team that was investigating this. They put in a new team, and the new team had new tools.
Right.
And do you remember what the tools were that they were able to
Well,
utilize?
the implication was it a new gait analysis tool that did a better job.
A new gate. And, there's part of me that goes, is this a cover-up? Did the Capitol Police woman really do it, and they're just pretending? I can't help it.
No, because she has a solid justification. She was at home watching TV.
Was she home alone? At the time. Was she home alone?
She had her pets.
She had her pets? I don't know.
That they might testify.
I was going to say, our pets would turn us in a heartbeat.
Especially Molly.
Especially Molly. Yeah, the littlest one of them, the 6-pound Shih Tzu, runs the roost. Well, the person who was arrested is male, and was arrested by the FBI going to a house in Northern Virginia. A senior law enforcement official told Just the News the RNC and the DNC headquarters are blocks from the U.S. Capitol. So how far, do you know how far
Woodbridge is?
No, the DNC and RNC headquarters from the Capitol, it says they're blocks.
1,000 feet, maybe.
Okay, so it's not that far.
No, 300 yards.
Okay. His name is Brian Cole. He is a resident, as we said, of Woodbridge. And the pipe bomb, as Bill has said, was operable, because there were some rumors out there that it was just a fake pipe bomb.
Right. It didn't make sense to me. If you make a pipe bomb, why didn't it go off?
Well, and as what did you say, the timer was off.
Right.
So he wasn't able to detonate
it. We've been told that the timer was off for a number of years. So that's not new news.
Right.
But whether we believed anything, I mean, as long as Christopher Wray was running the show, it could all have been a giant fairy tale.
Exactly. As it has been proven time and time again with the Russiagate stuff, with the legacy media, which, as I said, it pushes people like Glenn Beck, Tucker Carlson to do their own research, to hire their own investigators to do what they can.
Right, who may or may not be that qualified.
Who may or may not be, but it's almost like we don't really have, I guess, a choice in the matter, in a sense.
Right.
So you also said that they said that he confessed to this, the pipe bomb.
I said that he likely has confessed because he's appearing in court today. So, and we'll know a lot more by dinner time.
Yeah, we'll know a lot more when they.
But this is breaking news, this whole thing. So we just wanted to get it out, what we do know, as soon as possible.
Exactly what we know, and to correct what has been stated in the past, and to correct the record. I remembered that they identified this woman. I heard people talking about it, like Anna Paulina Luna and, Thomas Massey. So we just assumed that they had verified that it was this woman.
Well, they were probably told that by the FBI. I mean, who knows?
Well, that's exactly what I was trying to get. If the information that the Blaze was putting out was incorrect, I don't remember anybody officially in the FBI or in any way coming out and saying, no, it's not. That information is incorrect.
Well, that was the FBI, the fake FBI. Hopefully now we have the real FBI under Kash Patel.
Well, yeah, and the perpetrator, they may have wanted the perpetrator to think that they had arrested, that they had the other person's name, so that he would think, oh, I'm off. I don't need to go to, South America. I don't really know. But good afternoon to you too. Good morning. Watching from Florida. How's the weather in Florida? It's cold here. We're freezing to death.
Watching from New Jersey, boy, that'll be a cold place, especially tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's supposed to snow.
Yeah.
We're supposed to get sleet or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Watching from where in New Jersey? My father was from Red Bank. That's why I asked. That's the only place in New Jersey I know. So, 75 on your porch. Well,
he's got to be in Florida.
Yeah, that's the Florida. But wait a minute. Niagara.
It's cold.
Oh, man. Well, I do know that Pennsylvania had some snow yesterday, so we're very fortunate where we live. It gets cold, but we don't get much snow. So
we don't talk about where we live exactly.
No, but they can figure that out.
Watching from chilly Texas Panhandle.
Yeah. Have you ever been there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
driving through Texas is like driving through a country. I don't think you can get across it in a day.
No, there are some guys, the Josh and Jace, I think is their name, and they do these reels from the UK, and they say people in the UK do not understand. They said, we have been driving for 8 hours and we're still in Texas. He said, I don't think people in the UK understand how large the United States is. We run into that a couple of times in my life when I have met people from overseas, and they said, oh, I've been to California. And I said, oh, really? I never have been. It's a little far to go. So it's 40 now, 29 this morning.
Central Alabama. Yeah. I lived in Montgomery for a while.
Where haven't you lived?
Lots of places.
Yeah. Bill father was career Air Force, and so he moved a lot. I never moved. I moved from one house to another in the same city. Our biggest move was when I was 4. So There you go. All right. I think we're sliding into something else here, and it's probably time. Was there something you wanted to say before we wrapped up? Yeah. We just wanted to jump on and talk a little bit about what we may or may not know about all of this. And as the day goes by, we may jump on again later. But we appreciate you joining us. And we do read the comments even after the video goes up. So God bless President Trump. God bless the United States of America, and God bless all of you, and thank you. You wanna? Bye.